Okay, next morning, everyone. Good evening. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone here at the physical meeting and also those who are online. Secondly, you all have to put up to my change of voice. just, just recovering from a sore throat, which I got from my loving wife. And thirdly, I hope everyone is well and enjoying the normalcy that we are finally approaching after 2.5 years now. Yeah, of the starting of the pandemic. Okay, so tonight the topic is on MaxOne, which is the focused ribosine supplementation. And Riboceine is the most powerful glutathione precursor. A bit different from all the previous talks where I always speak on the science of glutathione and the science of Riboceine first. And then in the end mention the product. Now I've been requested to talk on the product first. But being a scientific person, of course my focus will be on the scientific aspects of MaxOne. Okay, so what is the MaxOne? So okay, it's a bottle containing 60 capsules, and each capsule contains this ingredient called ribosine. So MaxOne is 100% ribosine, and each capsule of MaxOne has 125 milligrams of ribosine, and the recommended dose is 1 capsule twice a day, morning and afternoon, not morning and evening. You may be asking why. It is because for some people, when they take in the evening, they have difficulty to sleep because it boosts your energy, right? But if you try taking in the evening and it doesn't disturb your sleep, you can take actually in the evening and spread it out more. So if you take twice a day, your daily dose will be 250 milligrams a day. Of course, we do recommend higher doses to those with health problems who try to improve with by taking MaxOne. The recommended dose is for general health and well-being. For those with problems, with diseases who want to try and see whether MaxOne can help them, they can try higher doses. And you take the MaxOne capsules with water, with or without food. Okay, so we need to know now, it is 100% ribosine, so we need to know what is ribosine. So ribosine is a trademark molecule. The full name is D-ribose-L-cysteine. The short name is ribocysteine, and the trademark name is ribosine. And this is a pharmaceutical grade standardized nutrient in supplement form, which means when it says pharmaceutical grade, it has precise content, quality, and strength. L-cysteine is an amino acid made by fermentation from vegetable sources, so there are no animal products involved, right? That's why, in fact, MaxOne is halal and kosher. D-ribose is a simple sugar, a pentose monosaccharide, also made by fermentation, but from corn. Most of the other L-cysteine products in the market is traditionally from animal products such as feathers or hair, like duck hair. And these are obtained by boiling out with hydrochloric acid. You need to adjust something? Okay. All right. So can ribosine improve health? Well, Max products containing ribosine. So tonight we talk about MaxOne, and then the next session we'll talk about Celgevity. So these Max products are marketed as dietary supplements as categorized in USA. for general health maintenance with no therapeutic claims, right? So other than for promoting general well-being, we cannot make any health claims officially. However, the company is rigorously engaged in research and so far has published 53 papers on ribosine. And these studies have consistently shown positive results in enhancing health markers and healing in animal models, and studies on humans will also follow. But until the benefits are proven in human studies, we cannot make any therapeutic claim. Instead, we do share some of the experiences of our consumers who have benefited and improved their health and even reversed diseases or have problems from taking ribosine products. And most of these are expected from the known science of glutathione because, as we shall see later, ribosine boosts your glutathione levels. But some of the improvements are beyond expectation, which means we have not fully understood or appreciated the importance and power of glutathione for our health and healing. Right? Indeed, when Rachel first approached me with this to get some advice about this product, I thought I was already an expert on glutathione because as an anti-aging doctor, I've been using glutathione supplements for a long time, or rather glutathione booster supplements for a long time. But after I was appointed as medical advisor for this company, I had no choice but to read more, and I discovered that what I knew before was just only the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, there's a lot more. Yeah, and some of these I regret not knowing because as I was a gynecologist, I'm a retired obstetrician and gynecologist. You know, I could have used that knowledge to the advantage for my patients. That glutathione promotes healthy pregnancies. Glutathione is good for postmenopausal women to try to prevent osteoporosis, for example. None was mentioned in my ONG obstetrics gynecology books. Nothing mentioned. Okay, so but I'm still thankful. Better late than never. You know, I can still give the right advice to the women who come to me. Now, another example: ribosine and autoimmune diseases. Right, we expect the improvement in immune boosting in the immune function because we know that's a function of glutathione. We know glutathione boosts immunity and normalizes the malfunctioning immune components in the autoimmune diseases. And we know that low glutathione is associated with autoimmune diseases, and there are over 100 autoimmune diseases, and the list is growing with previously idiopathic diseases. Yeah, there's a class of diseases called idiopathic diseases, which is a fancy name of telling that we don't know what caused them, which is actually hiding the fact that the doctors don't want to admit they're idiots. They don't know what caused these diseases. Okay, because to be fair to the medical world, nobody suspected it was your own immune system attacking you until lately. Until the science of autoimmunity was understood, most of these diseases were just idiopathic, don't know what's the cause. Like sitting like idiot, sorry, patient, we don't know what's the cause. Now we can tell autoimmune disease. So this list of diseases now discovered to be autoimmune and increasing GSH, sorry, not GSH, GHS, right? Improving glutathione improves many cases. And we have case reports and testimonies of reversal of even severe SLE among our consumers and also severe rheumatoid arthritis. We won't go into detail tonight, but just to share with you our experience with using ribosine-based products. It goes beyond what we had expected, knowing the science of glutathione. Yes, we expected improvements, but we didn't know that in some of the cases, they improved even though the drugs they were on couldn't help them that much, right? So for some of the consumers, the benefits were even better than the drugs that they were using, and certainly no side effects. Okay, so how does ribosine improve health? Okay, because we know ribosine is D-ribose and L-cysteine, and the D-ribose increases ATP production, and ATP is our energy-carrying molecule, and the L-cysteine increases glutathione production. And this process to produce glutathione also requires ATP. So when you take ribosine, the glutathione production is double enhanced, right? You have the raw material to push glutathione production. You have the energy provided to power the process. So most of the benefits of the health benefits of ribosine are from the increased glutathione. The increased ATP is an added bonus. So this is the glutathione, the master antioxidant, plus many other molecules. So GSH is the short chemical name for the active or reduced form of glutathione. And SH refers to that single sulfur atom with the hydrogen atom attached to it. And the G refers to the rest of the molecule, which makes the rest, which is the rest of the cysteine atom, cysteine molecule in the center, glutamic acid on the left, and glycine on the right. So these are the 5 major functions of glutathione. The most important antioxidant for the cells and therefore the body was the first known function that made glutathione famous. Then when the science of aging, disease, and cancers moved to inflammation, it was discovered that glutathione is also a very powerful anti-inflammatory agent. It's also a very powerful immune booster and modulator, a very powerful detoxifier. And now in the age of understanding more of what goes on in the body, there's also a class of molecules called signaling molecules, and glutathione is one of the most important signaling molecules. There are hundreds of other functions of glutathione. Okay, here I list 26 scientifically proven health benefits of glutathione, meaning these claims can be made because they are proven by scientific studies. Glutathione fights oxidative stress in the body. Glutathione may control inflammation. Glutathione is anti-aging. So that is a scientific statement. Glutathione is anti-aging, backed by scientific research. There are many products outside there say, oh, anti-aging, but it's just a blind claim. This is a claim backed by scientific study. Glutathione may prevent depression and stress. Glutathione may limit neurodegeneration, which includes Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, Huntington's disease. Glutathione may help with infections. Glutathione may heal the gut. Glutathione may treat autism. Glutathione may treat psychiatric disorders. Increasing glutathione levels may help ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Glutathione may help in preventing heart disease. Glutathione may treat diabetic complications. Glutathione may prevent kidney disease. Glutathione protects against liver disease. Glutathione may help prevent addiction. Glutathione may help consequences of drugs or alcohol. Glutathione controls cell death. Glutathione can help with respiratory problems, including COVID-19. Glutathione can treat sleep apnea. Glutathione may treat acne. Glutathione may help treat rheumatoid arthritis and SLE, and we can confirm here among our friends, even severe rheumatoid arthritis and SLE. Glutathione helps prevent glaucoma and cataracts. Glutathione encourages a healthy pregnancy. Glutathione may treat AIDS. Glutathione may treat cystic fibrosis, and glutathione is a skin lightening agent. Okay, in fact, most of the women know number 26 for a long time ago. I remember since for more than a decade ago, maybe even 2 decades ago, I went to Manila for some conferences. Yeah, they said so many glutathione products, glutathione soap, glutathione this, glutathione that, all for whitening. Okay, conversely, more than 100 diseases have been studied by now and found to be associated with having low glutathione levels. So this is a summary of the science of glutathione. It is a tripeptide, glutamic acid, cysteine, and glycine. Tripeptide means 3 amino acids. It is the most important intracellular antioxidant, potent anti-inflammatory agent, detoxifier, inhibitor, modulator, and you can add a signaling molecule plus hundreds of other functions. But it declines, right? It is produced by the body, and in the young person, there's sufficient production. But as part of our programmed aging, glutathione levels decline by 10 to 15% per decade after age 20. And when you age enough, then your levels may be so low, then you may be exposed to problems, health problems and chronic diseases, because as mentioned earlier, many chronic diseases are associated with having low glutathione. Raising glutathione, on the other hand, has been associated with improved health outcomes. In fact, high glutathiones have been associated with longevity. Okay, it's proven in at least 2 studies. Right? Over 130,000 studies. This is not up to date. I want to know the up to date level. My reference is Robert. How many studies now? 170,000 already. Forgot to update this. Okay, so according to Robert, already over 175,000 studies of glutathione reported in PubMed. More than that of vitamin C, E, coenzyme Q10, and ALA combined. ALA is alpha-lipoic acid. So this vitamin C, E, coenzyme Q10, ALA, and glutathione, these are the 5 antioxidants that make up the network antioxidants that are compulsory antioxidants in our cells. And lastly, although present in foods, because animals and plants that we eat, they also have glutathione to protect themselves. However, glutathione from diet is poorly absorbed. Thus, the body uses the component amino acids, that is cysteine, or cysteine with a different spelling. That is 2-cysteine with the T with the E, T-E-I-N-E combined in a molecule is cysteine, or methionine, and from methionine, cysteine can be obtained. Okay, so that's the sources of cysteine itself, or cysteine and methionine, plus the other 2 precursors, glycine and glutamic acid, which are less critical because they are abundant in food. So with these 3 amino acids, then the body makes glutathione. Okay, so the glutathione from the diet is poorly absorbed, rather, so it is not good absorbed glutathione that is flowing in our body. It is manufactured glutathione, manufactured by our cells, made from the component amino acids. Okay, so if the peak is at 20 years old and start declining at 10 to 15%, so that will be your estimated level of glutathione compared to the peak at 20 years. Okay, so the lower figure is for those unhealthy people, higher figure for those healthy people. When you are sufficiently, or when you are deficient enough in glutathione, you can expect poor defense against oxidative stress and inflammation, poor immunity, poor detox capability, and many other organ and systemic dysfunctions. Okay, so we know that to boost glutathione, we need to boost the manufacture. And to do that, we have to concentrate on providing cysteine to our cells, because the glycine and glutamic acid are abundantly found in our diet, but cysteine is not. Cysteine is also fragile and easily denatured by heat. Okay, but the dietary source of cysteine is unreliable, although there's some cysteine is obtained from eating food, for example, raw eggs, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, garlic, spinach, and etc. Well, once you cook, you know, you have to go, you want to spoil it. So getting adequate cysteine is critical for glutathione production. And to ensure that, the easiest way is to rely on cysteine supplements, right? To get the reliable cysteine source, but the supplement must provide the cysteine in a stable form. So various cysteine-rich supplements and drugs are available. Supplements are either whey proteins or cysteine bonded with another molecule to stabilize from denaturation. Ribocysteine, that is D-ribose and L-cysteine, trademarked as Riboceine, is the most effective glutathione booster available. better even than the pharmaceutical N-acetylcysteine, NAC, by 300% in lab studies. Riboceine significantly outperformed other means of glutathione enhancements against which it has been tested. It has been subject of 53 scientific studies funded by the U.S. National Institutes of Health and other scientific funding agencies and published in peer-reviewed journals. Okay, so Riboceine is heavily backed by science. Okay, recap how to increase glutathione. Since glutathione taken orally is not well absorbed, we need to supplement with glutathione precursors and boosters. The most important precursor is cysteine. The best source is riboceine. Okay, before we end, a little bit about ribose, the second component of riboceine other than cysteine. So ribose being the main part of the molecule of ATP. So when you have extra ribose and you boost ATP, you can expect better energy, especially for the heart and muscles. And with extra ATP, you can expect improved blood flow, enhanced energy recovery, and protection from stress and overexertion in both heart and muscle. D-ribose is used to synthesize ATP, which has its own health benefits, especially on the heart and muscles. Okay, as mentioned earlier on, you can expect increased performance and endurance, stamina, prevents and promotes fast recovery from fatigue, and prevents and relieves soreness, stiffness, cramps in muscles during and after exercise. So possible synergistic effect with glutathione boosting effect of L-cysteine to give unexpected health benefits not achieved by raising glutathione alone. Yes, because the production of glutathione requires ATP. Okay, that explains why it is 300% better than the next best precursor, NAC. D-ribose is used a lot in cardiology by cardiologists who believes in nutrition because of its effects on the heart and muscles. So it improves blood flow in ischemic heart, helps recovery from heart attack and heart surgery, and improves function and quality of life in heart patients. Okay, in fact, we have several cases of remarkable improvements from arrhythmia, cardiomyopathy, and heart failure. One case I want to highlight, it was a man who was in his 70s, who was suffering from both ischemic heart disease and frequent arrhythmia, was on multiple drugs. However, the drug, when he gets arrhythmia, the drug to treat his arrhythmia was found to be unsuitable for his ischemic heart disease. So problem, he couldn't take the drug. So whenever he had episodes of arrhythmia, he had to just rest and wait and hope for spontaneous recovery. But after taking MaxOne, the arrhythmia attack stopped. Right? On top of that, problem solved, he also had more energy and better and undisturbed sleep. Okay? And this was a very senior retired medical doctor. Okay? Right? Drugs couldn't solve his problem. MaxOne solved his problem. There are many, many other cases. Okay, so come to the end. So that is a short explanation of what is ribosine and ribocysteine, the best available glutathione booster on the market now. Plus, you also get added ATP production, and it is 300% better than the next best glutathione precursor, NAC. Thank you very much.